So I know a lot of these passport bros and especially black men are in my comments asking me why I'm talking about this. It's not my fight. And before anything, I'm a woman, so I'm always going to stand up for women regardless of race. And one thing that really bothers me about this is these same passport bros are the men who probably tried to hit on me in the US before they realized that we don't like them either. I'm from a town that really doesn't have that many Asian women, especially Asian women who look like me. Like I said, you guys, I'm adopted. I grew up in a white family in the Midwest, so I have no beauty standards from South Korea. I'm a thick woman. I weigh about 165 pounds. I'm 5'5", so honestly, the brothers like to holler, and they still do. Regardless of what some men in the comments are trying to say that black men aren't checking for Asian women. Yeah, right. Check my DMs. But anyway, pretty much every time I met a black man, he thought it would be a flex to say something like, yeah, I like my women foreign, I like my women exotic. And I don't know why they decided to say that to me, if they thought it would make me feel good or something, but for me it's always a red flag. And so I would dig in a little bit further and say, well, what do you mean by that? Like, because I'm a white girl on the inside. My family is white. I grew up in a white community in a small town in the Midwest, so I might look exotic, but I'm Wonder Bread white on the inside. So anyway, whenever these guys would say this, I'd be like, well, you're about to be in for a big disappointment if you're expecting a submissive, docile Asian to take care of you. But it really bothered me when these guys would say, yeah, I don't like black women, because that's what it always came down to, that they didn't date black women regardless if they were black or not. And their moms are black, their sisters are black, their cousins are black. I'm like, would you say this to their face? That's weird. So I kind of pick and prod after I already decided, yeah, I'm done with this, I'm out, because anybody who says something like that just is an immediate red flag. But it always came down to the same stupid stereotypes that black men always have to say about women. They're loud, they're masculine, they don't know how to treat a man, they wear fake hair. So what? So what? You don't have to put down an entire race of women because you have a preference. And honestly, like, I've dated pretty much every race, every ethnicity. I'm Ms. Worldwide when it comes to dating. Only common denominator is black hair and dark eyes usually. But I've never heard any group of men put down their own women more than I've heard black men do it in pursuit of other women. And I just find it really disheartening. And I understand why this divide is getting bigger, but I don't want to be a part of it. So I hate it, and I had to speak on it.
She made some pretty good points. A lot of stuff she said is accurate, but one thing that she must understand, when you see melanated men talking about Tawana, she's masculine, she's this and that, that wasn't a one-day decision. They're making it seem like they just woke up one day and say, hey, we don't like Tawana. Most of these guys, they reach a breaking point, and that's natural. Somebody keep pushing you, eventually you're going to explode. So these other groups of females, what they seeing is the reaction, but they're not seeing the creation. After years and years of dealing with someone, that's what happens. And the reason why other groups of men are not online making videos, because I've, heard Tawana say this. Why, melanated men are the only ones making videos talking about their females. It's because these other groups of men are not being mistreated the way how Tawana mistreated melanated men. That's why. If they was just like her, they would be on the internet too. The snowman, the Latino man, all of them. They're not being mistreated the same way. That's why they're not online making videos. They haven't reached their breaking point. You've been mistreated for years and years, pretty much your whole life. That's how you're going to respond to the people who mistreated you, didn't respect you. Okay, they did the worst type of men over you. So it's only natural for you to have a negative comment or a negative response about that particular group of females.